It's NucleusOfGaming here, and today I'll be discussing what I believe makes a good game. So here I go pretty well. I believe it's like 72 kills or something in normal 6v6 domination. And as you can see, my score streaks aren't high at all. Lightning Self VSAT, nothing too fancy. And all in all, it's not actually like the biggest kind of game. You know, it's fast. It's not really fast paced at the start. It mostly gets really fast paced and action based towards the end, and like at the end and at the start of round 2. So that's basically the big round, which is round 2, and at the end of round 1. But besides that, I basically die quite a few times at the start here and at the end of the game as well. Mostly because, you know, I think it was one of my first games. I'm not too sure, and so my accuracy wasn't entirely on, and I was actually playing split screen as well, so that makes it all the most harder. So, you know, I was trying to get used to it, and as you can see, I'm trying to defend the B flag here as best as I can. I'm trying to like get our guys to come forward. So basically I'm trying to sit here, defend my teammates, and as you can see, they're coming up pretty slowly. However, once that happened and we got a couple of guys around here, I basically thought, alrighty, sweet, got that done. Now I'll come around here. And now, basically, this is how I set up gameplays, pretty much. Running out of bullets, of course, always the worst thing. So, you know, I get asked sometimes, like, how do you get these high score streaks? How do you get the high killing games? And there's nothing really special to it, if you ask me. You have a couple of options. One is to roll high score streaks. Sure, that does do the trick. However, I can get high scoring games with these score streaks, and I can also get high scoring games with lower score streaks like UAV, Lightning Strike VSAT, or UAV Hunter Killer, Lightning Strike, and I can pull off 50, 60 kill gameplays as well. So it's not exactly the score streaks you run, however they do play a part. Now I generally do like to run at least one lethal score streak, at least, because that way I can still get kills and I can still push back the enemy if needed. So here I'm running Lightning Strike that I use for objective type game modes pretty much. For example, you know, hardpoint, domination, headquarters, stuff like that, where you do need to push out the enemy occasionally. Then I'm using Stealth Chopper, and that's basically just to bring up the kills and to distract the enemy. So, you know, you come across guys who are just like wildly aiming up in the air. It just basically gets you those a couple more kills. And then VSAT to help out the team, also to help out me, and to bring up the next score streak too. Now, of course, my class that I'm using is the MSMC. I use this a lot for high scoring games, mostly because it's such an easy gun to roll in my opinion. Suppressor and quick draw makes for a pretty good class. You can rush around with it. I then have grenades slash C4, whatever I'm feeling like, and I then roll one EMP grenade, and it's that EMP grenade that is very handy in my opinion. Normally I might kick off I might like take off a first perk and put on scavenger. I do that in, I believe it's league play. I do that a lot in league play. As you can see, the guy got a massive lightning strike. I also do it in multiplayer occasionally. So the perks that I'm running for this game, I was running Hardline and Ghost as the first one. I basically run Hardline on all of my classes, just because it makes the score streak's really easy to get, in my opinion. It makes it a lot easier. So basically, Ghost, I generally run it at the start of my prestige, and then from there I kind of just forget about it, really. I'm coming up to, I believe I'm like 27, level 27, prestige 9. So, you know, oh yeah, sorry about that. I'm in theater because I was doing it split screen, so I kind of just flicked back for a bit, accidentally, to turn on my controller again. But, you know, Ghost is a hard one. If you see really bad enemies, you can kind of forget Ghost. Or if you're running as a full party, you can forget Ghost. Because if you're running with strong players, then you know that most likely you won't be needing Ghost for the spy planes. You can always switch out Ghost like a launcher to, you're saving one perk there, but generally I kick that off and then I put Scavenger on, because that really does help. You don't want to, like, your class, you built your class to suit you to get these high scoring score streaks. Why then would you want to lose your gun halfway through them? So Scavenger helps a lot to bring out grenades, EMPs, ammo. It really does give you that little boost. Toughness is basically a must for me. I use it on all of my classes, just because basically if you get shot and you're aiming at someone's chest, your gun raises to their head, and that's just like an added perk, really. That's just like an added bonus. Free headshots. Also, you can get more bullets on target, and you can also generally get a lot more kills. Now, third perk is really a tough one. Early in my prestige I run dexterity, and that really helps for rushing like I am now. Sometimes I put on engineer, and I do in league play a lot, because then I can check out enemy equipment and I can see what's happening. I can see sentry guns, I can see guardians, so it really kind of helps out there. And I get killed by Bettys and Claymores quite a lot. So, EMP grenade and engineer, it's kind of rubber and glue. They go together. Now, secondary, I don't run one on this class, generally, just because, I can always pick one up off the ground, and I don't exactly need a pistol or a launcher. I don't exactly find it necessary. I do if I'm running like an assault rifle or a sniper. Obviously, I always run a pistol of some sort. However, I just like the combat knife because I don't exactly need a pistol. If I need to switch out to a pistol, then I might as well just like duck and just quickly reload. Sorry, that's my iPod going off. So, it's not really needed. I don't really need a pistol if I'm running a submachine gun, especially like a MSMC. It doesn't have a long reload time, and it does a really nice damage. And as you can see, I am just feeding now basically, and getting my score streaks. It has a good kill range too, so a pistol would just be like downgrading it. They don't have a lot of ammo, they don't have a lot of damage generally, except for the attack, of course. And I don't really find a point for using them. Like, if I was just to pick up, I would pick up any weapon basically off the ground that I find. So it's not exactly like a hard thing for me to do. Oh my god, that's the second time. Sorry about that. So it's not exactly, it's not exactly kind of something that you have to do to run this pistol. However, I'm not sure. I wouldn't really put on crossbow or ballistic knife, just because you have to be really accurate with those, and I believe you have to be at a medium to long range for them, because you can't exactly be at close range with a crossbow, I believe, just because it's like too high a risk. And launches, it's kind of up to you. It's what you want to do with those, whatever you prefer. Now, of course, this game I go 72, and I believe it's like 23. So it's a 3KD gameplay, but it's a lot of kills. And I played a lot of the objective. I really did protect the objective a lot. And look at this, I'm failing to kill this guy. And so, you know, it's not exactly, so there it is. I played a lot of the objective, I defended. That's what I believe makes a good game. Of course, you can choose whatever